Mark's Motorsports and Farming Channel. Today is February 13th of 2023, and this is the February 2023 channel update. So I'm testing out a different camera with this video, so be sure to let me know in the comment section if you notice a difference with this video compared to ones I've done with the camera that I've had. And I still do have that camera, so but anyway, let me know in the comment section if you notice any difference as far as this video that I'm doing with a different camera than what I've been using. So we've been making progress with the firewood again here. So I mean, what I'm showing you here was firewood that we recently got cut up and split. So we have started making progress with that. So and as far as motorsports goes, actually before we get into the motorsports, I mentioned in the last video about the farm show in Louisville, Kentucky going on, and obviously I cannot make it down there this year, but I'll shoot for next year. So yeah, last year I wasn't able to go either, but that's a lot of it being because I slipped on the ice a few days before I would have left to go down, and injured the ankle. So then between that and the rules that they had in place with face coverings and all that, would have taken the fun out of it. So and this year it's my arm, for the most part, that's keeping me away from there this year. So yeah, do not look for videos from Louisville this year. Like I say, hopefully next year I'll be able to get down there again, though. There is a farm show about an hour 2 hours, somewhere in there away from here that happens in August. So, but I'll have to see once how things play out, and if I'm able to get to that one at all. I mean, I was down there once before I started doing YouTube, but that would be a possibility, though. But like I say, we'll have to see how things shape up between now and then. I don't know the specific days either yet, so I'll have to keep you guys posted on that when it gets closer. Now to the motorsports news. If you remember, I mentioned in the January 2023 video, that the first ice race that was supposed to happen got canceled, and which, you know, they did stick to that and didn't have a race, you know, when they were originally planning to. But I found out since then that they decided to pretty much just postpone the first one a couple of weeks, and now they're planning to host the first race this upcoming Saturday, and then again the following Saturday, which that was the second race I was talking about, you know, or even at the point of me filming that update video, that they were still intending to have it, and it sounds like they're still intending to have that one, not only that one yet, but they're gonna have the first one this coming Saturday. So in the end, they pretty much just postponed that first one a couple of weeks, as opposed to canceling it with no intention of making it up. So and that the ice race is something that I'd certainly like to get to if I can. And I don't think it'll be a problem getting to the second one, but we'll have to see once if I'm able to get to the first one or not. And then I also recently saw that, you know, there's another national snowcross race happening this coming Friday and Saturday as well, and there too I'll have to see what happens as far as whether I'm able to get to the Friday show or not. I mean, the snowcross race was originally scheduled for a different location, but then I guess I didn't really hear what happened either. You know, that they couldn't hold it in the location that they were originally intending to, but yeah, I guess the cards didn't fall into place, you could say, and they decided to move it to a location that's about an hour from here. So, you know, so it wouldn't be too long of a trip to get to it. I'll just have to see what happens as far as whether I'm actually able to get there or not. And certainly like to, but it would be nice if I could get to both of those events, you know, not only the snowcross, but also the ice race. But yeah, the second ice race that's a week from this coming Saturday, you know, I should be able to get to. Hopefully I'll be able to get to both of them. Would be the ideal thing, and start bringing those videos into the mixture here. And same way with the National Snowcross, you know, it's a Friday and Saturday event, and I'll do my best to get to the Friday one. Is all I can say right now. I think that's all I know of for motorsports right now. There is another national snowcross race. You know, the second weekend in March. You know, that they're getting about an hour away from me. You know, that although this time around that one was intended all along to be held at the facility that's scheduled at, you know, about an hour or so away from me. I am intending to for sure go to that one. And just pretty much any way to, you know, to keep bringing content to you guys, and especially until the farming side of things picks up a little bit more. And we were trying to grind some of this corn for cattle feed earlier, and this is what we ran into here. Is, you know, that between all the white shit and ice and that comes along with it and whatnot, you know, might not really help the situation as far as trying to solve it. But this unloading auger here, for some reason, you know, tends to, you know, plug by itself every once in a while, and then other times we've been able to, you know, back it up, bring it forward, back it up, bring it forward, you know, as far as how it's supposed to, you know, pull it out of the grain bin, and then it eventually, you know, unplugs itself that way. But for some reason this time it wouldn't. So I don't know if it's one of those things that we just have to keep screwing around with until it does unplug itself with the help of the what's called an orbit motor, or if there's something else going on that's, you know, causing it to not do that this time. And up to the cattle. We're a few weeks or so away now from, or less than a month from, starting to turn some of these cattle into freezer meat. And this red-white face towards the front here is, or, well, face isn't completely white, but it's the only red one I have with any amount of white on its face. But he is one of them that we should probably go that route with, as opposed to shipping him out as a live animal. And that's mostly because once in a while you get those that, you know, they get to a certain weight and then they just, for some reason, quit growing on you. And, you know, with freezer meat, I'd be able to, you know, get the same price, but just for less pounds compared to the other ones. Whereas sometimes you take that to a live market, and then, you know, they basically see that in them, and they'll give you shit for them. So, I mean, something, but not what you should get. So that's where, in that case, if you have the option like we do here, it's better to make freezer meat out of something like that, because then you don't get burned so bad. But other than that, there are some seem to be doing pretty good. There's 2 or 3 other ones that could become freezer meat right now. If the cars would be played that way. There's 3 of them that are officially scheduled to go in for freezer meat, and then the rest will go to a live market. So yeah, with the unloading hour thing that I showed you a little bit earlier, I mean, we were able to get some corn ground up, but just not as big of a batch as we would have liked to get ground up. So yeah, maybe revisit that in a couple of days and see if we can get that to start working like it should again. But yeah, hopefully in March as well, be able to start getting equipment ready, and I can start cranking out farming content for you guys again. But until it's suitable to do that, I really don't know of any sort of farming content that I could bring you right now. And I may start putting out short videos once in a while. It's something I could have addressed in the January video, but didn't think of it. And that's usually what happens to those. I shut the camera off, and then all of a sudden I think of something like, well, I could have included that in the video. but yeah, YouTube has changed their program a little bit to where they're able to have advertising run before or after a short video, and therefore those that are able to can get a little something for those. And then if you guys remember me briefly talking about a couple of new things that showed up on the place here. Well, I'm not going to say brand new necessarily, but and I was contemplating doing a video just on recent investments. But, I might actually do short videos on those things to start with, and then maybe still. Not that I couldn't still do a more normal length video on those things at some point, but yeah, and I might start out introducing those things in the form of a short video, which I've done 3 short videos so far, since it first became an option, to do that. But yeah, it was like early to midsummer, the last short video that I put out. So yeah, and I'll maybe do short videos on a couple of things that had their recent investments, so but for now, I think that's pretty much everything for now. So I'd say for sure keep an eye out for more snowcross videos and some ice racing videos coming up here. I still have a few snowcross videos to put up from the race that I was already at in January, so there'll be some of those coming up yet, and then one event besides that. I mean, maybe 2. So and then as long as I'm thinking of it, I'll give you another quick update on my condition. That I am temporarily without a right arm here, and that is because the final and more permanent one is in the process of being made, in which I hope to have that one on Friday, and that's when the prosthesis was shooting for, because that will be a complete week since and he was completely on board as far as getting that made, so I can start doing the type of work with it that I'd like to be able to be doing with it. Doing maintenance work with the tractors and equipment and all that. So, and then the workhorse I have, I currently cannot climb up into that one, in which that was one thing that I mentioned that I want to be able to do is to be able to get up into that tractor whenever there's a need for that. So and then there's because the arm and hook setup that you saw in the January video was meant more for practicing purposes. So I pretty much got the hang of how to work it and all that, so might as well get the final or more permanent. I'm not going to say completely permanent, because they do emphasize that every so many years, that things might wear out toward, and that might need replacement then. So, but I'll definitely be able to do more with the new arm that's being made than I was able to with the arm that I had in the January update video. So, but yeah, I'm still gonna try to look for a way to get to those races this coming weekend. But no, I think that's all I have for you guys now. So, yeah, stay tuned for snowcross and ice racing videos coming up, and maybe put a short video up of something every once in a while. So with that, I thank you guys for watching my videos. I certainly appreciate that. And like I said at the beginning of the video, let me know in the comments section if you notice any difference as far as the camera that I'm using for this video versus the camera that I've been using. So be sure to click on the like button, and if you haven't already, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And then once you're subscribed, then be sure to click on the bell. Be notified whenever a new video gets posted. Be sure to follow Mark's Motorsports and Farming channel on Facebook as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you later.